What's up, family? This is your local OG motherfucking jugger. Hello. Getting better at that, motherfuckers. Here. I would like to talk about something in the light of recent events, I should say, in regarding another innocent man shot down, innocent person, innocent human being by the thugs, the thuggery of the police. But before we get in that, we gotta go through some reality of the situation. I'm not taking the police side. Uh, yeah. But you'll see what I'm saying. Well, first off, this whole notion that police are peace officers is a brainwashing tool to keep you submissive towards police. To even have that thought in your head shows submission for anybody. And it's not no one's fault, not your fault, whatever. It's just through TV programming. That's why it's called TV programming, because you're getting programmed. Or through the school system, you have been taught this. But it's not the truth. And how you can figure out this is not the truth, that police officers are not peace officers, is all you got to do is look it up. Do cops have the duty to protect you? Look it up. And Supreme Court has ruled several times, actually, multiple times, that the police have no duty in protecting you. They are not there to protect and serve. That does not exist. And it hasn't for some time now. Actually, I believe once the war on drugs came along, that's when a lot of shit really, really fucking changed, and police officers became law enforcement. Peace and enforcement don't really go hand in hand. You can't really enforce peace. It's got the word force in it for a reason, because it means to force something, to fucking make it, bend it to your will. Now, what they enforce is the laws of the politicians and, whatever, the government, period. And who they do protect. So, but they only protect the rich. It has nothing to do with why you're black. Motherfucker, right now, if something happened to LeBron James, and he called 911, they'd be there in 2.3 seconds flat, because that motherfucker got money. Period. That's who they protect. They protect the rich. It doesn't matter. Money talks, bullshit motherfucking walks, and it's always been like that for quite some fucking time now. People be surprised to really know who's really pulling the strings and running the world. A lot of people think it's white people, but it's not fucking white people. We're just well, not we, because I'm not a part of it, but plus I can't really call myself white, because I'm kind of a mutt. That's a different story for a different time, motherfucker. That's why I'm so damn fucking handsome, Yeah. Yeah. But so what cops do is they enforce laws, hence law enforcement, from the police, or from the people that want to make laws to keep you in place. Not protect you, to keep you in place. And if you happen to break the laws, they will put you in jail. And it's not for your better. How can it be? How can it be? Like, if you get caught with cannabis or something, and if you're in a state to where it's a felony, or whatever the case may be, how does that help you any? You get thrown in a cage with people that are career criminals. How does that help? Now you get out of jail and now you're a career criminal. But see, that's what they want. They want repeat offenders, just like people want repeat customers. So the system's set up that way to where when you get in trouble or whatever, especially when you get a felony or whatever, that's on your record. Hard to get a job. A lot of times you go back to repeating crimes to make money. Boom, back into jail. The system makes money off that shit. But not only that, they just keep everybody in check. It's like fucking smacking the kid's hand or whatever. We're the kids to the government. But moving along, so cops ain't meant to protect, they're law enforcement. The Supreme Court has actually pretty much said this multiple times. I will give a link for one of the cases through the Supreme Court. I believe it was an article that New York Times did. But see where we fell, and this whole homegrown terrorist shit, that's a nice thought, I guess you could say, and like people may look at me odd by saying that's a nice thought, but the reason why I say that because it keeps them honest. If there's more people out there willing to keep cops in check, then you wouldn't have the problems we have as much. But there ain't. Rather, it's from the DA to the police officers or the people. Because it's like this. Oh well. Okay. Let's go for example for Black Lives Matter, right, or whatever. African man gets shot, or woman. They protest. And sometimes it leads into riots, and they burn their own city down. What did that prove? What did that help? Nothing. Nothing. But I understand the anger behind it. Anger is a gift. You just gotta learn where to direct it. That's the problem. Let cooler heads prevail. Type deal. But moving along. So even when you do have anger, it seems like it's directed in the wrong, position. So we got anger, but it's directed in the wrong position. Then we got submission too, which is funny. It's different. The left's got more anger, but the right's more submissive. They might not like hearing it, but it's the truth. For example, when the ranchers or whatever took over that nature reserve, where is it, in like Dakota? I forget exactly where it was. It was a few years ago. All these 3%ers and all these people that like to dress up, cosplay, and run out in the woods and act like they're fucking soldiers and shit. They was all saying the same shit, talking about if anything happens to any of those people, blah blah blah, we'll fucking go ham. Blah, 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 civil war, blah, 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 yada, yada, etc., blah, blah, blah. So what happens? The FBI, the government, sheriffs, or whatever, they kill this man on fucking live TV for the most part. Right on TV, they televise it in everything. So what does the 3%ers and Oath Keepers do? Hold candlelight vigils. Think about it for a minute. You train for combat, and when a combat situation comes up, you hold candlelight visuals. Okay. Maybe the U.S. military is doing something wrong. When they train to go to fight fucking the Nazis or whatever, maybe they should just held candlelight visuals. I think we did something wrong there. Which I don't agree with the aggression that's going on now, but that's a different story. You want to talk about what really spawns terrorists? That shit spawning terrorists. Because see, the problem with here in America is if that would actually spawn domestic terrorists, there would be groups of them right now like crazy. A police station would be getting burnt every fucking night for quite some time now. Hell, they might have had to build police stations underground by now if that actually was something that happened. Now, can it happen? Sure, it does happen every once in a while, but there's too much shit in the water, there's too much shit in the air, too much shit on TV, the shit that they teach you in school that cops are peace officers that keep your ass in check and you don't even fucking know it. Most of you are submissive and you don't even know it. You rely on the state one way or another. You know? Not talking about aid, like welfare or whatever, but just something. People usually bow down to the system one way or another. One way or another. But yeah, moving along, the only way we'll ever get past that is the rich elite bankers have to go, and that'd really start helping. The politicians have to be held accountable for passing and legislating unjust rules. You know, government in general. I know Congress don't have, well, they do, but they don't, I guess you could say, whatever. And the cops need to be held accountable for all their actions, unjust ones, which is more than usually justified. Maybe they should have rules of engagement. They have it usually for soldiers, right? So why not the police? Seems funny. Little fun fact. Through the Geneva Convention or whatever, the combat etiquette or whatever, you know, war crimes, war laws, whatever they fucking want to call them. In war, major nations like America and this and that technically ain't allowed to use hollow points because it almost drops the survival rate to 0. So a lot of times you could be convicted of war crimes for using hollow points in war. I don't know if it's like that still, but that's how it used to be. Well, what's funny is the police run around with fucking hollow points. And that's why people was dying left and right too, because the ammunition they use. Which, don't get me wrong, you get shot with the regular slug, it's still not no fun. But at least you got that somewhat chance. A hollow point don't really give you the chance. You know? You know, a fucking 380 hollow point round to fucking lay your ass out. You know, let alone a 9mm or 45 or whatever the case may be. But we all need to come together and stop with this fucking black, white, red, brown, yellow, green. Because you know what? We're all part of the fucking same race, motherfuckers. The human race. So all this fucking bullshit, especially in the Juggalo community with this fucking racist bullshit that's going on. These little fucking catchphrases that y'all motherfuckers want to say because some fucking fat jaw flapping motherfucker thinks it's cool. Go ahead, wear those shirts. Wear them. Wear them. It won't fucking be nice. You're going to be walking down the wrong neighborhood and motherfucker be like, what does that shirt say, motherfucker? Try to explain yourself. Try. Yeah. Have fun with that. But yeah, that's how we stop it. We all gotta come together. You know? Gotta drop the petty differences aside. You know, and stand up as one. And that's everybody. That's everybody. That's all of America. Fuck the Juggalo flag. Fuck the LGBT community flag. Fuck all of them. Just one flag. You know, not necessarily the American fucking combat flag. But just humanity. The human fucking race. How about that? Would that fucking work?